Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back for another album reaction / review, and we are back live from the studio. Yo. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic week. We're checking out an artist that is probably not in the lane of music that I'd usually listen to. I saw her on a bunch of top 10 lists last year. Rosalia, I think I'm saying that right. Rosalia released her album MOTOMAMI. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I saw this album pop up on a lot of top 10 lists last year, and it kind of got me wondering, what is this sound about? Now, I believe it's like Spanish pop. I haven't listened to a lot of Spanish music, so this will be really interesting for me as I take it in. I'm just going to go in with an open mind. I know there's an incredible amount of fans of this music and this sound, so I'm not going to discredit that, and I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I'm really excited to check it out. That's what we do on the channel, is we put ourselves out of our comfort zone and check out music that we might not particularly check out usually. So let's get into it. This is MOTOMAMI by Rosalia.
Chica, ¿qué dices? Saoko, papi, saoko. Saoko, papi, saoko. Chica, ¿qué dices? Saoko, papi, saoko.
Saoko, papi, saoko. Saoko, papi, saoko.
Cuando pone perla en el collar, te pipián diferentes, ya no son perla uno. Cuando los cubitos de hielo ya no se guarda hielo, se congela uno. Soy muy mía, yo me transformo. No mariposa, yo me transformo. Me capto de drag queen, yo me transformo. Lluvia de estrella, yo me transformo. Fran me dice que abro el mundo como una nuez. Si me muero, que me muera por la boca, que me muere, bebé. Sé que soy a donde voy, como un pavo real, bebé. La cerilla quemar, bebé. Tu cara, tu mira, bebé. Si te vuelvo a besar, bebé. A ver si sirven de algo.
Interesting, got some jazzy influences here, going back to this more dark synth.
Nada te puede parar y ya, toca el estilo, cógela y córtala y ya, 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 cógela y córtala.
SAUKO, that was a bang of an introduction. I can't really translate what she's saying, but I can just kind of take into account the flow, how the instrumentation comes into play. And for that one, she was kind of spitting. It sounded quite raw, her voice, as she kind of flowed over the beat. We had a darker synth kind of playing throughout. We had some nice kind of drum beats that were playing, so some drum pads or some drum loops. And then some really just interesting like one-off sounds. Like a couple of times I heard like a really off-key piano. That's good.
Vestida con FDFG, bailando plan vela de candy. Así tú te prendaste de mí el día en que yo te conocí. Sé que tú no me has olvidado, no me has olvidado, no me has olvidado, no me has olvidado. Ya no te quiero como antes, me rompiste pero solo en parte. Llevaba tus claves para pensarte, pero de olvidarte yo ya hice un arte. No queda na. Entre tú y yo, ya. Así tú te prendaste de mí el día que yo te conocí. Pero tú no me has olvidado, no me has olvidado, no me has olvidado. Solo tú.
Oh, man, that's beautiful instrumentation on this one. Man. That's good. Rosalia. I like candy.
Día con FDFG,
track. I really thoroughly enjoyed that one. What I've noticed about both tracks so far is they feel much more darker. The instrumentation feels a bit more darker. And I really like that in pop music. I like when it feels like it's got a bit more of an edge on it. And I think those darker synths, I'm always a fan of synths regardless, but when they come in with that kind of emotion, you can really feel it. And her vocals and the way she kind of sung over these synths really highlighted the edge on it. Every time this song could have just exploded and kind of gone into something a little bit more faster paced, it reserved itself. It kind of stayed really patient, and I think that the song is actually so much better because of that. But really, really like that track. I like at the end, her voice started getting really auto-tuned, and she kind of just started harmonizing and kind of just singing the song out. Really enjoyed Candy. That's a song that hits me, and I think it's a real credit to a lot of Spanish artists. Bad Bunny would be very similar in the ways that you may not need to know the lyrics to let the music hit you. And I think that's really a really powerful tool. If you're able to hit people without them being able to understand what the song's saying or kind of being able to follow it from a lyric point of view, it's the flow and it's the instrumentation that have a really huge part to play. I think both tracks so far have been able to deliver without me knowing the lyricism and being able to follow that. It's got The Weeknd, so, big fan of The Weeknd, so pretty keen for this one.
Lo que pasó, a ti te lo cuento. No creas que no dolió o que me lo inventó. Miles de canciones en mi mente y él me lo notaba. Y él tantas veces
I like
que
that,
me
like
lo
that
decía, y yo
vocal
como si
sample in the
nada.
back. Almost sounds like a guitar.
Es mal amante la fama y no va a quererte de verdad.
Okay.
Es demasiado traicionera y como ya viene se te va. Sabe que será celosa, yo nunca le confiaré. Lo que pasó me ha dejado en vela. Ya no puedo ni pensar. Puñaladita está su ambición en el pecho afilada. Es lo peor.
Es mala amante la fama y no va a quererme de verdad. Es demasiado traicionera y como ella viene se me va. No hay manera de que esta obsesión se me fuera y ya desaparezca. Yo aún no aprendí la manera.
No hay manera que desaparezca. Es mal amante la fama y no va a quererte de verdad. Es demasiado traicionera y como ya viene se te va.
Now, earlier in that track, I was thinking to myself, okay, not enough instrumentation. I'm struggling to kind of connect to this song. And then over the track, I started to realize that less is more. Less has been more for these three tracks. The really subtle instrumentation has just been really solid for me. And I think it was like halfway through that track as the Weeknd, he started flowing. And I realized a large part of this sound is the flow. Nothing felt overbearing. And the voice and the flow is the highlight of these songs. So far, this album has been really enjoyable. I really wasn't sure how I would be able to connect with it. But so far, like I'm really enjoying her flow. I think she's got a great voice, and I like the kind of swagger in it. I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what she's saying, but I do like the swagger. I kind of feel it. She's got that confidence in her voice. You can, I'm 3 for 3 for me. I'm really taking this one in.
Yo no tuve que hacer nada que yo no quisiera, y aunque ahora nadie lo ve. Igual de cantadora, con un chándal de Versace, que vestidita de bailadora. Con un chándal de Versace, que vestidita de bailadora. Y aunque a mí me maldigan, a mí se paga. Yo voy a seguir cantando porque me nace. Yo soy la niña de fuego, como canta caracol, como canta caracol. Yo soy muy mío, que Dios bendiga a Pastor y Merced, a la ley que mantengo ya mía, a mi familia ya la libertad. Quítate tú del medio, que tú sabes que yo te canto siempre por medio. Quítate tú del medio, que tú sabes que yo te canto siempre por medio. Que tú sabes que yo te canto siempre por medio.
BULERIAS, I hope I'm saying that right. That was a wild track. That was probably the most jarring track for me. It was so intriguing. Like, she had this really clear voice at the start, and this just, you could just hear this kind of subtly drowned out snare. And as the song progressed, it got more chaotic, but still it remained subtle. It was just like really small changes in the sound clarity on that snare and little subtle changes to her vocals. So like, it was almost like this roller coaster of a song. At the end, with the layering, we had her voice kind of just getting drawn out with the auto-tune and the vocal effects. But again, that subtle instrumentation, that's all you need. It's all you need. Chicken teriyaki.
La Rosalía. Rosa, sin tarjeta, se la mando a tu gata. Te la tengo con roleta, no hizo falta serenata. Patina aquí, chicken teriyaki. Tu gata quiere maki, mi gata en Kawasaki. Quiero una cadena que me arruine hasta la cuenta, como Naomi en los 90. Rosa, sin tarjeta, se la mando a tu gata. Te la tengo con roleta, no hizo falta serenata. De azúcar la mami todo sin recibo. Leo pentagrama pero no lo escribo. Desde Queens hasta Tribeca, un ramo de flores azules no se seca. Patina aquí, chicken teriyaki. Patina aquí, chicken teriyaki. Patina aquí, chicken teriyaki. Tu gata quiere maki, mi gata en Kawasaki.
Chicken teriyaki, man. That one would be insanely cool live. I bet a bunch of these tracks would be sick live. But chicken teriyaki just has that swagger, man. But I love the beat on that. It sounded really tough, and I couldn't help just do a stank face. You know, I was just like, God, damn. You know the beat's tough when you involuntarily do that.
Pero mírate, no pienses más, nada que pensar. Tan rico no puede ser, de cuero no, pero estoy en cuera. Te quiero ride como mi bike. Hazme un tape, modo spike. So good. 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 So good. So good. So good. Enamorada de tu pistola, roja amapola. Crash esa ola, casi me controla. Te quiero ride como mi bike. Hazme un tape, modo spike. Por delante de esa puta. So good. Good.
that was a beautiful track. Hentai, man. She's thrown a bunch of different sounds on this album. Each song has stood out from each other in a way where it all feels very original and very refreshing. I haven't really heard pop like this before, which is really cool. It's like much more subtle in sounds, but doesn't feel basic. It feels like there's so much like still depths to each of these songs, which is really, really cool. That one there, it's really soft piano. Her voice was beautiful. I liked how patient she was in her delivery, but also the piano, as it progressed, it slightly sounded more and more like out of time or just out of time. And at the end there, we had like this crazy machine gun drum beat that was like what the, and like it just felt very experimental. This album has felt kind of quite sporadic in the sounds as well. I mentioned about them being subtle, but another word is sporadic. They do feel like they come out of nowhere as well, which is like, it keeps you on your toes. But Hentai, another really beautiful song.
Ya no soy envidia, soy tu bizcochito, pero tengo todo lo que tiene delito. Que me pongan nena, sol que me derrito. El mal de ojo que me mando me lo quito. Ya no soy envidia, soy tu bizcochito, pero tengo todo lo que tiene delito. Que me pongan nena, sol que me derrito. Tú eres que pimpeas o te pimpean a ti. Yo elegí mi lado, te digan que nací. Tú eres que pimpeas o te pimpean a ti. Yo elegí mi lado, te digan que nací. Te digan que nací. Te digan que nací. No va a ser mi carrera en tener hits. Tengo hits porque yo senté las bases. Ya no tengo nada más que decir.
Si Jarata me tira la buena. Habla bullshit todo lo que dice facea. Kimi me escapé la ola de Corea. Habla bullshit todo lo que dice facea. Kimi me escapé la ola de Corea.
Miyokito. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Miyokito. But man, that was a punchy sample. It's just like that up-pitched sample. I think the runtime, it goes for 1 minute 50. I think that's the perfect amount of time for this song. A sample like that, it's punchy. It hits very hard. And I think it can kind of overstay its welcome quite quickly if you kind of let it play out for too long. It's not personally my favorite song off the album, but structurally I think it adds a bit of variability as well to this project. This would probably be a great one live. I can imagine it get quite a bit of buzz when it plays. But yeah, overall, I'm really enjoying the variations that we're getting on this album. She's clearly showing her bag. She's just like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, which I think is really invigorating, especially on a first-time listen. Just hearing how confident she is in all these different lanes, it's kind of like, well, how long has she been doing this? I don't think this is her debut, but she's killing it on this album. I'm just vibing. I'm vibing. She's not afraid to go into this kind of like auto-tune sound as well, using her voice as an instrument, which is cool. A little bit of an organ here.
Me perdonarás lo que me perdí. Son 2 años ya. Tú ya tienes 10. Los 11 están camino. Eras de ojo cielo, de ojo azul marino. Si sientes calor, lo sientes por dentro. Es que tiene un ángel ardiendo en el pecho. Tú siempre callado como los mayores.
Well done.
Yo te contaré
Well
sin adornos flores.
It's like getting loud, it
Estoy
brings it
en un
right back
sitio
down.
que no te llevaría.
Really
Y nadie
cool.
está en paz entre estrellas jeringuillas. Estrella de mármol cortada en el suelo. Papeles por la calle donde
Wow,
pasean las
really great
modelos.
voice control.
Happy con los brazos y con las estrellas. No quiero traerte pa' que nunca vengas.
Really beautiful song, this one. Really beautiful. great sounds. Her voice sounded awesome. Again, another really unique track on this album full of unique tracks. See how it's like bringing it so much forward and then bring it back? Yeah, bewildered by how she was able to, or the mixing, it brought the voice very, very close and very loud in the mix, and then just like in the same line, just dramatically. I was sitting back before just going like I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, should I check this album out? It's really not, not my type of sound, and I was like, dude, like this is what you do is you check out new music like, that you haven't heard. You get on. I knew Pharrell Williams was on that beat. I knew it. Oh, he is. He's in the credits. That was a classic Pharrell beat. Diablo.
Si lo que pasó ya no pasará, si lo que pasó ya no pasará, si Dios te lo da, te lo quitará, si Dios te lo da, te lo quitará.
Y como tú ninguna, brillas como la luna, brillas como mi prenda. Quiero que tú me entiendas, la que sale por TV no es la que yo conocí, no es la que yo conocí, la que sale en bikini.
De la noche a la mañana, no es que yo cambié. De la noche a la mañana, mi vida se me fue.
Y como tú ninguna, brillas como la luna, brillas como mi prenda. Quiero que tú me entiendas.
Grita por el suelo, no les importa si corren cero. Yo mi lealtad nunca la pierdo, ni por el dinero.
This must be the other side of me. Blue island
Oh, yeah. Sounds a bit like James Blake. This is a really great experimental pop album. I'm noticing there's a lot of experimentation on this, and it's really invigorating. It's really captivating. Each song has felt unique. You could go through this album and just play it front to back without feeling like it's getting samey, so far at least. It feels like as this album's progressed, we've got more and more experimental.
El oro pudo más que mi dolor. No tuviste compasión de mi agonía. Tú sabiendo que mi alma se moría con amigos. Espero con el tiempo justiciero que retornes buscando una ilusión de amor y volverás a mí. Así lo espero, así lo espero.
And it's ridiculous, I got you so delirious. Kiss me through the phone while I lick you just like licorice. And it's ridiculous, I got you so delirious. Kiss me through the phone while I lick you just like licorice. And it's ridiculous, I got you so delirious. Kiss me through the phone while I lick you just like licorice. And it's ridiculous, I got you so delirious. Kiss me through the phone while I lick you just like licorice.
Espero con el tiempo justiciero que retornes buscar.
Great hip hop sample.
14, 15, 16,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Me creen especial, como un año en Miami que nieva, como una autopista sin flecha, como una utopía sin brecha. Yo quiero ver la mariposa suelta.
Keep it cute, manito, keep it cute.
Beat is tough.
Keep it cute, manito, keep it cute. Que el mejor
Can't even read
artista,
the beat.
Dios.
Cannot read it.
Mariposas sueltas por la calle.
What the hell?
Para verla tiene que salir. Mírala, no pierda detalle. Habrá quien te falle.
Damn, man. Yo. Stop.
A de Alfa, B de Brava, C de Charlie, Angelada, Crash, JDT, llévame lejos de aquí. A de Alfa, B de Brava, C de Charlie, Angelada, Crash, JDT, llévame lejos de aquí.
Keep it cute, manito, keep it cute. Que el mejor artista, Dios. Keep it cute,
That is a tough song, man.
cute. Que el mejor artista, Dios.
That was freaking wild. So many awesome beat switches. Her flow was changing. You know, the start of the song, I loved the beat, but her flow wasn't hitting me too much. And then we entered this section of the song where it just opened up, and she was like, just, you know, where it was just very isolated, and her vocals were there, and it was just very, you know, emotive, and it was just right there. And then this beat started coming back in, and the song just blew up. It just went from there. What a great song. That was a great track, man. I loved it. Damn, man. What a great album. Freaking sick album.
Si no lo puedes tener, lo tendrás que soltar. No estoy a tu lado, pero te deseo paz y libertad. No duermo nada y voy como si estuvieras blindada. Perdona si se me olvida que
Maybe the
tu
synth building
cumpleaños
back
y
is
más.
slowly
Tantas
building.
baladas se quedarán sin dedicar. Solo el amor con amor se paga. Nada te debo y tú no me debes nada. Si no lo puedes tener, mejor déjalo ir.
Oh,
Qué pena cuando quieres algo, pero Dios tiene otros planes para ti.
it's beautiful, man.
El querer que no sé a dónde acaba. Si encuentro el tuyo, ya será deuda pagada.
Oh, just beautiful sounds. Really, again, just not overbearing, just really patient in the delivery.
Como un G de verdad. A de Alfa. Willy
Man, different
Colón.
languages. It's so cool hearing
de
other people speak
Winterfall
different
también.
languages. It's crazy that there's
X de
so
te
many
despejo la X en
different
un
languages
momento.
across the
Y
globe.
de yenes, de llantas.
Oh, like that synth.
Juntas por la noche, puesta para el derroche. Tus pelas salvajes, la combi Versace. Juntas por la noche, puesta para el derroche. Tus pelas salvajes, la combi Versace. Como que ve, Rusi si son coming. Uscire Vinoni, FaceTime con Milano. Dios bendiga a Gianni, más fría que tu baby mama. Nos fuimos a Bafari, con mi Versace.
Es el lazo, Versace saliendo del callejón.
Desfilamos Dior Custom en el colmatón.
Con la tanga Gucci en una cola de motor.
Me llevo todo el mall montado en un camión.
Pol Roman, cola Pol Roman.
Tough beat once again. Love the chemistry between the two on this track. Final track on the album, Sakura.
Las flores de esta ciudad no huelen a nada. ¿Por qué será? ¿Por qué será? Y todas las chicas son tan bonitas, tan plásticas. Flor de Sakura, flor de Sakura. Ser una popstar nunca te dura.
Let's go.
Flor de Sakura, flor de Sakura. No me da pena, me da ternura. Nunca me ha dado miedo la risa de un loco. Más miedo me da el que miente o el que ríe poco. Si tienes 60 y te endiablas cuando una mujer frontea, es que no has aprendido nada, es que tienes un problema.
What a great song!
Me da
Oh my
pena,
God.
me da ternura.
So good.
Solo hay riesgo si hay algo que perder. Las llamas son bonitas porque no tienen orden. Y el fuego es bonito porque todo lo rompe.
I will never forget this one. That was quite a ride. This experimental side of pop, Spanish pop, all of these factors, never experienced anything like this. This sound was so awesome to take in. Each track felt so unique. Her flows, her voice. She is such a powerful singer. My gosh, she's got so many lanes that she goes into for these songs. I really thoroughly enjoyed MOTOMAMI. Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right. Rosalia, because she was Rosalia. My goodness, patience, the delivery, the experimentation. There's so many great layers to this album, and I think that's what makes it so invigorating and captivating. Is there's so much control, so much power. Felt so effortless listening. MOTOMAMI, fantastic project. So glad I checked it out. Let me know what you guys think of Rosalia. Have you seen her live? She'd be awesome live. If I get the chance now, I most definitely will try go see her. Have you listened to MOTOMAMI? If you have, what do you love about this project? What's your favorite song off of it? Hope you enjoyed that album reaction / review. If you did have fun and you want to see more, feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the community. We listen to heaps of different genres on this channel. We aren't in one lane. We want to check out as much as we can. We're very open-minded. Yeah, and if you're a returning viewer, as always, come on. Thank you for being here. It is always a pleasure seeing you again. Take care, guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.
Te quiero ride como mi bike. Hazme un tape, modo spy.